trying to do my Good Morning Vietnam, but that didn't work. Nothing's going to work today. Let's just be honest, okay? The glue is not here. Amy, the glue that holds us all together. But thanks for joining us for coffee time, and really happy that you joined me because I need your help and support, because normally I'm over there. Well, I'm downstairs in the kitchen, but normally I'm on the other side pushing buttons and things. So today I have to push buttons and host the show. But first of all, I'm at McCoy's Pub. Now you might think to yourself, what's McCoy's Pub? Hold on, let me go. There's McCoy's Pub and Soda Bar. That's us. So McCoy, there's a gentleman named McCoy Johnson is back in the lineage of Amy's family. We just really like that name. And so we tend to, we try to give names to certain things. This is the Kidwell Media Room. I think it's the Kidwell Theater. There's a sign up front. I'll give you a look at that. Naked Gun 33 and a half happening on the screen right now. But that's our game room. So I moved upstairs I'm going to be honest, because I was watching football all day yesterday with my boys. We were watching together, chatting and whatever. And so I was like, well, I'm just going to set up in the pub that we call this area the pub. I'm going to set up in the pub and do the show from there. That way I can keep watching football with the boys in the media room and then be ready. And I kind of like the location. Hopefully, if Amy's watching, she will not be upset that if I left anything messy over there. I think my shoes are on the floor. I don't know if you can. Let's see if you can see them in the shot. No, you can't see them in the shot. So good. I covered all the mess. So that makes me happy. Let's see. Sydney, will you be doing your own breaking news? Well, Sydney, why not? Hold on, I gotta find it though, because I have a button on my controller. But here, we'll do this. We'll do a weather alert. Oh, and there's Amy. Hi, Amy. Amy's standing by. Hi, Amy. I forgot the weather alert goes there. So we're gonna go. We're gonna go away and come back to you. That was supposed to be breaking news and come to you, but okay. So we have a whole bit set up where we don't know that she's there, but I've just ruined it. So yes, Jane, Newcastle. So Jane lives in the UK, and she is a supporter of Newcastle. And they won 8-0 yesterday. So I don't know if that says more about Newcastle or more about Sheffield, who is terrible. Anyway, so well, you know what, Amy? Let's go to Amy now. What do you say? Since I blew the bit. Hi, Amy. Hi. Are you with me?
Hey, how are you?
Hey, there she is. So tell us where you are and what you're doing. I can't hear you now. She's on the porch. And so the signal is not going to be super great, so we're just going to say hi, and then we'll probably go away. So hi, where are you? What are you doing?
So I'm on the porch. I don't know if I should do this, but I try to turn my computer around so you can see the beauty of the area.
Hey.
Nice.
I can.
That? So
I know that place
Virginia,
well.
Right? Just big backyard, big trees. They had, that tropical storm, which was affecting our trip a little bit. And one of those big branches fell and hit my mom's roof and the gutter out here. So, But otherwise we're good.
Okay, cool. And how has your trip been?
So far, so good. I got here yesterday morning. Drove from Richmond here. I'll be here until tomorrow morning, and then I have to head to Richmond to be with Forrest and Scout. Making a little pit stop on the way to see some old friends.
Have you stopped crying that you're not with me? I know it's hard on you.
I have. Well, I mean, I cried off my makeup. This is Amy in the morning. I've cried off that makeup, sweetheart.
Okay, well, that's why you didn't do any makeup today or anything, because I know all the tears have been flowing. Oh, nice. So, Momo, Amy's mom, has had her own dance studio for, how many years did they do? 50 years? Like a lot, right? Yeah, and so then Amy had her own dance studio for 25 years. Give or take. And so that's like the family business. So dance is a big part of what everybody does. Hi. Hey, Bart Hewitt says hi, Amy. Bart, we're going to talk about you in just a minute. So I just want to check in with you, say hi, let everybody say hi to you, good morning, and now I'm going to go on with the show. You can watch, and I told Amy she can text me if she has comments she needs to share. You can log in if you want. If it kills the whole feed, it'll do everybody a favor. It's fine. All right. Anyway, love you.
That's all right. Love you guys.
See ya.
Right.
Bye.
Bye.
All right. Thank goodness she's gone. I'm kidding. Actually, she's still in the interview window. And Amy, you can hang up if you want, because I don't know if I can hang up. And yeah, Susan Forsgren is on, and Susan, you're going to see Amy tomorrow. So Susan is our dear friend in the Yorktown area in Virginia, and so she and her daughter danced at the dance studio, and so we're just very good friends. Susan. We're going to have a Clovis moment in a few minutes, so that'll be fun for everyone too. But Susan is a dear friend, and her daughter had a baby, so Amy's going to get to hold the baby. She's very excited. And so we'll go from there. So hey, let's get right to what's brewing, because I got nothing else to do. What is brewing? So Amy in Virginia, we know that, but I'm going to show you a couple things because something really cool happened. Amy is in Virginia, so as she mentioned, so our son Forrest, who lives in Richmond, is going to a wedding this coming weekend, and she's gonna dog sit while he goes. But yesterday was Momo, my mother-in-law, her birthday. So Amy went down and they did a big dinner, I think mostly hors d'oeuvre things, but everyone got together, which is cool. Oh, so the camera went out. Elizabeth, is that true? Is the camera still out? I think we're good, right? Did we good? Are we good? Anyway, Elizabeth, text me back if the camera didn't go out, because it looks to me like we're still there. Anyway, maybe? Now I'm worried. So we're going to do a quick little thing. Oh, on her end. Elizabeth's like, I stopped being able to see it, so that's the way it goes. Okay, cool. Thanks, everyone. Elizabeth. Causing trouble. No, Elizabeth is in Georgia. The family's all over the place. But so this is a fantastic picture. I love having this picture so much. So this is Amy. You know which one's Amy. There she is. That's her brother Steve, her sister Janet, and her sister Jennifer. Jennifer's in the maroon on the one side. Janet's on the other side. And that's Momo in the middle. And so 4 kids. We have 4 kids. And so my dream and my hope is that we will have moments when we can all be together. And so for them to be all together is great. And then the whole family there. So that's not everybody, but we've got everybody there. So Jennifer's husband is there, Steve and his wife Lisa, and then Mary is there. I mean, this is, and Wade is there. This is so cool. This makes me very happy. So I just wanted to share that with you, that Amy is there and going to the thing. So that's just cool. And it's kind of a little bit of a pain for us to have Amy. Things are so busy with work and family and life, to have her not be here for, a whole week, basically that 9 days or so, is difficult. And so, that we have coffee time, which we like to, always be consistent with having the stuff here. So I'll be doing coffee time again next week, probably here from the pub. I think I have a great plan for us next week. For some fun things. I'm going to try some trivia and games and do it more like a morning game show. We'll see how it goes. I don't know. But it's kind of hard for us to be there, but to be able to take that time and to be able to have that picture, the picture, I mean, this picture right here, hang on, that picture right there, for me, I got all teary when she sent me that picture, because I know how much that means to her mom and how much it means for the family to be together. Long lives, and different things happen. People are in different places, and events occur in the family where hey, are we ever going to get back together again? And that makes me very happy. I'm just checking my stuff because Amy's texting. Oh, she said I see you. Okay. So that was very cool. Now, dog days. Speaking of life events, we have an exclusive moment that I'm going to share with you because maybe you haven't. No, let me see if we can see. Can we see Penny there? Hang on, live camera. No, Penny's down. Hey, Penny girl. See if she'd get it. You might see her tail wagging just in the distance. But so our dogs are here. So Penny and Maggie are there. And we've talked about Penny and Maggie, and the cat is walking around. But if you've been with us for a long time, you know that there was a third dog. Lucy. There still is a third dog. Lucy. And Lucy, that's my Lucy. And Lucy, it turns out that Lucy is a one-dog family dog. Lucy does not, as they say, does not play well with others. But the really great news is that 9 months ago, a long time ago, and we haven't talked about this because, candidly, it was painful. Lucy kind of started attacking Maggie and other dogs in the neighborhood. She would try to get out and she just likes to be. She's a one dog, and she's the greatest dog. Lucy's unbelievable. She's the coolest dog. She just does not play well with others, and she's so big and so strong that when she gets aggressive, it's dangerous for a little dog like Maggie, right? So, one other thing that you don't know is Yanil, our very good friend and partner in business and who does a lot of stuff with us. She's a realtor here. She came over to the house for a business meeting at one point, and she and Lucy were soulmates. And this is before all this happened. And Yanil said, if you ever want Lucy to live somewhere else, bring her to me. And this is after she met Lucy for 5 minutes. They bonded. It was amazing and beautiful. So when Lucy, started having trouble playing well with others, we called Yanil. And so Lucy is living with Yanil and is happy and healthy and safe and wonderful. And it's actually a really, really great story. So I wanted to share that with you because while Lucy is a one-dog family dog, we are a 3-dog family. 3-Dog Night is not one of my favorite bands, but that's, if you've been with us a while, I have things that go in my head. And so now Jeremiah Was a Bullfrog is in my head. It's a whole thing, right? But we only have 2 dogs at the moment. So ladies and gentlemen, I am pleased to introduce you to via picture because we don't have her yet because she's a little puppy. So this is Daisy Jane, everybody. So Daisy Jane is a miniature Australian Shepherd, and she is going to be ours in, what's today? So like 3 weeks, we get to go get Daisy Jane. She is at there is a breeder of Australian Shepherds about an hour from here, and we are going to go pick her up in mid-October. So her name will be Daisy Jane just because I picked the name. I like it, and I have always wanted a blue merle Australian Shepherd, and that's what she is. So, Diz Deb has given us in the comments the 3-Dog Night commentary. So we're gonna have 3-Dog Night moments coming up with Daisy Jane and Penny and Maggie. Lucy is healthy and happy. I miss her so much that I don't like to talk about it very much. Because Daisy Jane. Because hang on, look at Lucy. Lucy's the greatest, right? So we miss her, but we do have Daisy Jane coming. So we will debut Daisy Jane. She'll be here mid-October, and we'll bring her on Coffee Time. And that is all I have to say about that. Because if I think about Lucy anymore, I'm gonna get teary, and go from there. So we'll move on. By the way, let me put up my little ticker here. Oh, wait, I don't have my ticker to be able to put there. I got to do it from here. Let's see. Bink. Because I don't have my set of buttons. I have my own controller. So, by the way, questions, still, give me your questions. Amy is watching and will answer questions if I don't know the answer. I do know many things. And so please do put Q in front of a question, and I'm happy to look and answer your questions about real estate. And I'm actually going to take you through in a minute the market report, the most recent market report that you did, because I want to kind of break down those numbers for you. I'm kind of our numbers guy, so definitely here to answer your questions. And I can answer your questions about the market. I can answer your questions about real estate. I can answer your questions about anything. Family. If you want to know any deep, dark secrets about Amy, I'll tell you because she's not here to be able to stop me. So let me know because I can do that. Don't forget, by the way, to like the stream. We definitely would appreciate that if you would like the stream. It does help us to kind of promote it. And plus, it'll make me feel good that you liked it, even though who knows if there's much that's likable right now. So let's go back to by the numbers. Now, I'm going to try something technologically challenging here because I'm going to try to go full screen on a thing. If it all falls apart, then we'll see how it goes, right? But let's do our market report, and I'm going to take you through it page by page and piece by piece. Okay, so this is the market report, and I've brought it up kind of full screen here to show you. We post these every Wednesday or Thursday. Our son Forrest is our data analyst, and he goes through the MLS and finds the last 10 sales from Horizon West in general, and then he does the last 30 days of sales for every single area that we cover and serve. And so soon to be expanding. We don't do Claremont and Wellness Way yet, but we will. Wellness Way, they haven't grown enough stuff in there, so there's not enough resale homes to talk about. But he goes through that, and so I wanted to take you through what's in the market report. You can see there, heartandhomeorlando.com/market, but also just to illustrate kind of where things are right now in the market. So again, we do this every week, and I think it's really illustrative. Yeah, that's the word. About what's going on. So the first page, table of contents, but then the last 10 sales in Horizon West. We break this down: luxury homes over 750, single family under 750, townhomes. So we do that boom, boom, boom like that. So single family homes under 750 includes bungalows, so rear entry garage style homes, and also homes that have front load garage that are, under 750. And again, it's the last 10 sales. So for us, and of each of those things. So this represents 30 different sales. But for us, that gives us a good flow of where the market is. And if you check in every week, as we do, you kind of get a sense of it. So luxury homes, so $294 a square foot. So that's an important number. $300 a square foot for us is what we consider. It used to be what we considered custom homes. If you had $300 per square foot, that was not a production builder. That was a custom builder, was $300 a square foot. For some of the larger homes and homes with pools and homes with big lots, we're pushing that $300 a square foot. If you're in downtown Winter Garden right now, you're over $300 a square foot, even if it's an older home, because the lots are big, the location is not replaceable. To be near downtown Winter Garden. So, but that $300 square foot number, you should be getting a lot if you're pushing $300 square foot. Single family under 750, so $255 a square foot. So that $250 a square foot. Now, it used to be, this gives you a good example of where the market has gone. It used to be that if you were at $200 a square foot, that was right about where the market was through all of Horizon West. So we've gone up $50. So things have gone up 25% on a price per square foot basis in the last just couple of years. Now the market has kind of flattened out a little bit, but that's kind of where we are. So that 250 mark is kind of where, things are selling at 255. And so the reason why it's important to know these numbers is because if you are making an offer on a home and they're asking $275 a square foot, well, that's overpriced, unless it's got a lot of features that are over and above the average. And by the way, many of these homes that sell are over and above average as well. They're in the mix. So, and then townhomes, $253 a square foot. So right there. So price per square foot, the overall cost tends to be lower because there's generally less square footage, but we're still in that range. And sometimes townhome prices actually push up on a price per square foot because there's less square footage and the number's been pushing. But so we're right there kind of even. 21 days, 19 days, 18 days to contract. That's higher. A year and a half ago, it was 4 days on the market, so things were selling like that. That's still fast. So Horizon West still one of the fastest selling places in the country, and certainly in this area. The Orlando overall market average is about 45 days, so way ahead. I'm going to take you quick through Amy says, she says hello and says to say I'm doing a great job, but it says she has to sign in to chat, so she's not going to sign in because I'm actually signed in on the account now too. So she says hi, and she says I'm doing great. Thanks, honey. So this is Ovation Village. Now, one of the things that's interesting down there, you see townhomes, 46 days I'm sorry, that it's single-family homes, 46 days to contract. That's because most of the single-family homes that are new in Ovation are in Del Webb Oasis or Encore Ovation. Those homes all are like new within 2 or 3 years, right? They're taking longer to sell because there's a lot of people trying to take a profit from those homes, right? Now, I know a secret, and we may have a listing coming up in Encore Ovation that's going to be priced appropriately. It's still going to be expensive because it's a beautiful neighborhood. But some of those homes, you get people that buy a home for $500,000, and then they turn around and try to sell it for $750,000 literally 2 months after they bought it for $500,000. It doesn't make any sense. That's why it's taking 46 days to sell, because the prices have to come down and down and down and down and down to make sense, right? If you see average days of contract minus 207 for townhomes, that's because there are no resale townhomes for sale in Ovation generally. Encore Ovation has townhomes. Those are all new. They're brand new. So when you see minus 207 days to contract, what that means is they're building them on spec and then selling them 207 days later, which gives you a good indication of about how long it takes for them to build those townhouses from the time they offer them for sale to the time they're built. So that's why that's there. Over here on the side, and I don't want to I could spend hours on this because this is what we do all the time. But if you look, so Ovation Village, same thing, single family homes and then townhomes. That kind of gives you an idea in that village. And then the 104 compared to 1 year ago, 104%. So in other words, homes are up 4% in value from this time a year ago in the same 30-day period. Now, you can make say almost anything you want them to say based on what you look at. So we have chosen this, and this is what we're riding with so that we get a consistent feel from time to time to time. So as you look there, townhome sales are up 20% year to year. Well, again, that's all the new townhomes in Ovation. That just tells you the builder has been raising prices steadily from last year because everything's new. Does that make sense? So Seidel has been through the roof the last few months that we've looked at, but if you look now, they're down just slightly. Now again, that doesn't mean prices are down dramatically. It just means compared to last year, the same 30-day period, things were selling for about the same price per square foot as they are right now. So used to be the market was like this, now it's like this, right? So again, when we're looking for clients, when we're looking for resale, this is the kind of stuff we're looking at to say, okay, are we overpaying, underpaying? Hickory Nut Village is a big one. So we live in Hickory Nut Village, 89%. So down 11%, 30-day period to 30-day period. Now, that can be for other factors. It can be that a year ago in this 30-day period, we sold a lot of homes that were luxury, or a lot of homes that had pools. So it doesn't necessarily mean that the market is down 11%. It just means it hasn't gone up. That's really what we're looking for is, has there been a sharp increase or a sharp decline? 10% is not sharp in one view of one 30-day period. So next week, if we get into, there were some more sales this year, and there were some other sales last year that were lower in price, that number may vary, but it still gives us an idea that the 9 homes that sold at $232 a square foot, and last year they sold at $262 a square foot. That kind of gives you an idea where the market is, because what we don't want is we don't want our clients to be overpaying. If we have buyers, if we have sellers, we want them to be realistic about the price. We're still going to try to get $262 a square foot, but we have to know what we're doing there. We have to know, hey, looking back at the year, the market's kind of flat. We don't want to be like shooting for the moon, right? Just take you through them real quick. So Hamlin, Bridgewater, Lakeside looking up a little bit, which is good. And then at the end of the thing, we've got some things you can look at: the home maintenance guide, the back to school guide, the calendar link, so you can schedule a time to talk to Amy. All that stuff is there. And then the home pulse, we'll talk about probably next week. I'll take you through a home pulse because it's the thing we do, I think, that we're probably most proud of because it's really cool. So that's the market. Hopefully that was illustrated things to you. So you guys were hearing hickory nut. Wait, do I have it? Let me see. Hold on. Let me see if I have it. I might have hickory nut in here. Yeah, I do. Here we go. Hickory nut. So again, we're probably the greatest jingle. I always say my son and I are the Lennon and McCartney of real estate based jingles in Central Florida. Nobody does it better. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. We're the best there is at jingles, little stingers that are real estate based in Central Florida. Nobody does it better, and I'll put that up against everybody. Right? Okay, anyway. So, hey, we got a question, so let's take it. What do you say? Do you know who is going to build across Fleming's Road from Encore Ovation? Different bloggers have said MI, but another said Toll Brothers. Okay, so the land directly across from Encore Ovation is going to be MI Homes. Amy, you're going to be there. Oh, yeah, and Allie wants to point out she was in the Hamlin one, too. Hold on. Let's listen for Allie. Yeah, she's doing the harmony on the upper side. Okay, anyway. So MI Homes has that land across Fleming's. And they're being a little coy with us about what homes they're going to build there. But I can tell you that I think it's Lake Star is right there. And Lake Star is gorgeous and beautiful. And so every time Amy sees anybody with MI Homes and says to them, hey, what are you building? She also says, and by the way, you want to build the Serenity and the Harmony and all of these beautiful floor plans they have. Like, so up in Sanctuary at Twin Waters, which is up in the Winter Garden area, they built the most beautiful floor plans and homes. Just amazing. And in fact, we live here in a Mattamy community, and we live in a floor plan called the Yorkshire. We had right of first refusal on a lakefront thing to build a Serenity floor plan, which is just, we'll show you that home tour at some point. Just gorgeous. But that is going to be MI Homes across the street there. And the way things work, so I don't know that, so it's directly across from Encore is going to be MI Homes. And I promise you they're going to do 70-foot or 60-foot lots there on the water. Now, what's going to be out there everywhere else, there's probably going to be some bungalows. There's probably going to be some townhomes. I don't know how far that stretches up to Avalon Road. There's a lot of land there that's going to be developed. How much of it they bought, I don't know, but I do know it's going to be MI Homes. Not Toll Brothers, unless sometimes these builders, they look and they do cost analysis and they say, let's sell off part of this. But to our knowledge, it is 100% going to be MI Homes there across the street from Encore. Kim says the average price per square foot in my area is $395. Yeah. Whew. The market is what it is. And, it crazy, right? And, if you go homes outside of New York City, if you go, and look at those, my sister had a home in Princeton Junction, New Jersey that I think was 1,200 or 1,300 square feet. And I believe they sold that for more than $1 million a while back. So, crazy. So, okay, and Allie, they said they hear you in the theme song. So, absolutely, they're so fantastic. They're so talented, right? So, like this one, I'm just gonna play a second. So this is our countdown music. My son wrote that countdown music and performs it. So I think that's cool. That makes me happy. We have Ovation. So anyway, and what you don't know, so the funny thing about those jingles, so Ovation, this is the way this happened. Ovation. I pick up my phone, so we're driving around, and as you know, I'm not right in the head, right? And so I have things that spin in my head all day long. I really do. I said outside of New York City, right? I said outside of New York City a minute ago. And now what's in my head is New York City from the old Pace Picante sauce commercials. And now it's going to be there all day. It's annoying. Anyway, the Ovation Village thing. So we're going around. And so I pick up my phone and I do a voice memo to my son. And I'm like, Ovation Village, Ovation, ding. That's what I did. And then he laughs and goes, okay. And then he does that. And there was one I sent him and he said, it was just a ridiculous, I think it was Hickory Nut. He was like, so this is the sum total of my life's experience learning to play all these instruments. And he made the Hickory Nut jingle. So that makes me laugh. Diz Deb says, my favorite is classic Hamlin. Let's do it again. Come on. We've been very gratified that people come up to us all the time and they're like, Hamlin, just out of the blue, like I'm in Publix and somebody will walk up to me and go, hey, Hamlin. It's catchy, right? Okay, so anyway, so we did the market report. We are going to have a little fun now at my expense. Except I'll share with you that it's not really at my expense because I thought about, do I do this? Do I not do this? And then I was like, yeah, I totally do this. I'm proud of this. So let's do What's the Word, shall we?
Oh, now come on, Amy, tell me what's the word.
So the word today is cheeseburger. And cheeseburger, as the word of the day, is a funny word, but a few weeks ago, Jimmy Buffett passed away, and it was a very sad moment, and I shared on Facebook on my personal account that something about Jimmy Buffett. I think we mentioned it on Coffee Time, that my first professional job as a singer, that's right there, is Clovis, and Susan Forrest, if you're still watching, Susan knows Clovis, and then... So Clovis was a character in a show called Country Roads at King's Dominion outside of Richmond, Virginia. And when I was, I got the job and I didn't know that much country music. I was kind of a pop music guy. And then we go to the rehearsal and we open up, this was a scripted show, so there was some acting involved and whatever. And they open up the script and they say, Clovis, a lovable country bumpkin with a heart of gold. And it said like comic relief or something. And everyone at the table as we're reading the thing just goes, and everyone looked at me and I was like, okay, I guess I'm Clovis. But Clovis had a song, Cheeseburger in Paradise. And I literally had never heard the song before in my life. I was 19 years old. I didn't know the song at all. So I heard it on the tape and whatever. And but Cheeseburger in Paradise is probably why I have 4 kids and why I live where I live and do what I do, because singing Cheeseburger in Paradise, Amy was also working at the park, and we'll show you her another day, working at the park, and she walked by, and this is what she saw, and I'm going to show you a little bit of Cheeseburger in Paradise. This is a mix of a couple of different performances of Cheeseburger in Paradise, but I was like, should I show the thing? And then I watched it, and I was like, I'm kind of proud of this, even though I'm a spaz. So here's a little bit of Cheeseburger in Paradise. We'll watch together for today's word. So here's the thing. I'm pretty proud of that. But oh my gosh, I could not dance. I had 2 moves. I had the little roll your body thing, which I could do forwards and backwards, and I had the little, like the thing where I like move my feet back and forth, and then all this spastic stuff. But the nice thing about Clovis was I was able to pretend that I was doing it on purpose, like that I couldn't dance and was really goofy because that was the character. But in later shows, you might realize that I actually can't dance. So Amy is so much more talented than I am in terms of she can sing and she can dance. She can do the whole thing. Hold on. It's the body rolls for me. And then this is my daughter, of course, the body rolls. Okay, so I had like 2 moves, and I used them everywhere and everything. I was in a group at James Madison University called the Madisonians. And if you go back to those shows, when I had solos and things, I'm doing body rolls or whatever. It's very embarrassing, but I'm also like, hey, you know what? I went for it, so why not? So thank you for, and yes, Susan, thank you for saying that. That's very nice. But that's just goofy. So we went with that because it's goofy, just for fun. So again, as a reminder, your questions are always appreciated and welcomed. Anything you want to talk about with real estate? I had a couple more things to talk to you about, and then we'll go on. But I want to go to wishes because this is exciting. We have an exciting week coming up. Okay, so a couple names. So Travis and Jacqueline just contracted on a beautiful home in Waterloo. That just happened yesterday. So we're pretty excited about that. Andrew and Tiffany, they had their walkthrough the other day. They're closing this week in Ridgeview. I think we've mentioned them a couple times because, as the milestones come. Mark and Aaron. Okay, so congratulations to Mark and Aaron for making it here. I'm going to meet them at their walkthrough. Their new homeowner orientation, which is the longer walkthrough where we go through, learn about all the systems and things, and then also go through with like tape and put things on the walls and stuff. Walking through their home, their flight got delayed. They're flying in. They're supposed to get in last night. Flight got delayed. They got here like 2 hours ago. So Mark texted me and said, well, we made it. So we're going to be there at 11. And then I told them they can go take a nap after that. So thank you for that. And then as we talked about, Bart is with us watching the stream. So Bart and Jean closed on their, just a beautiful home in Hartwood Landing. I was able to go to the closing with them on Friday, one of these days. I think it was Friday. Had a great closer at Golden Dog Title. She did a great job, got us in and out through there. You can see they got their Disney shirts on, they got their bands on, and now they live very close to Disney, and pretty soon, with connector roads, they're going to live like super, super close to Disney because they're going to be able to connect down Hancock Road right to Schofield and the connectors and be right there. So we're very excited for them. I'm kind of going through all the things that Amy does, and I'm looking and seeing and I should know because I set up the show. We'll go with what I'm watching. As we break through all of our segments, because I'll give you what I'm watching, and it's kind of... So what I'm watching, I'm watching this for the 3rd time, I think. I wanted to share it with you. So you've got to watch Breaking Bad first. You don't have to watch Breaking Bad first, but if you've watched Breaking Bad, there's a character called Saul Goodman in there who's the kind of shady lawyer. And then they did a sequel, which is actually a prequel, and then turns into a sequel. It kind of takes the timeline of how he became Saul Goodman and what happens to him after Breaking Bad. It kind of goes through all that. So cool. I just wanted to recommend that show to you. It's so good that I have only a few shows that I watch, and generally don't have time to watch a lot of TV, but like late at night, if Amy usually likes to go to bed and watch a show as she falls asleep, so I usually come to the media room and I'll put something on And so I kind of go, every year I go through The Sopranos, I go through The Wire, I do Breaking Bad, then I do Better Call Saul. So we'll go from there. To tell you, just watch Breaking Bad first, then watch Better Call Saul. Really, 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 really good. And then, I like this, Allie. In the name of Clovis, give the stream a like. Yes, please do. We would very much like it if you would like the stream. It really does help us do a lot. It helps if I put that thing up there. And plus, it'll make me feel good. If you like the stream, it'll make me feel really good that people liked it, even though I'm not sure there's much that's likable about today. So, I'm just going to give you a few things. Let me make sure I didn't miss any questions. I don't think I did. Nope, I think we're good. So, if you have questions, feel free to ask them. But let me just give you. I'm going to give you a little update on kind of where we're going with Heart and Home Orlando going forward. Coffee time, by the way. So we asked you, I think, a few weeks ago, would you like us to do coffee time at another time? And some people were like, yes, it would be nice because I can't, we're on the West Coast, so it's 6 a.m. Or people, so Jane, who's overseas, is, she's like, well, no, I like it because then it's in the evening for me or in the afternoon for me. So I think we're going to keep it right where it is, but I think we're going to add some more stuff. So there's more stuff coming. I'm actually really excited about. More on that coming up. But we've got, we still have home tours for you. We put those up usually Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday, depending on when the home tour happens. We have the Sunday Drive. So we just did the Sunday Drive yesterday. We showed you the medical college, the Orlando Medical College of Osteopathy, which is being built. It's a beautiful building. We just jumped in the car the other day because Amy was getting ready to go take a flight. So I was like, well, let's jump in the car. We got to go. So we did that real fast, but I think it's a neat look back there in the Silverleaf area. That makes me super happy. And then we have coffee time, we have Sunday Drive, we have the home tours, and we got a lot of good stuff coming up. We are going to be, I think I can announce this. Okay, let me just take that off. So we talked to the folks so the last home tour we did was at the Palmer up in Parkview at the Hills. So Land Sea I mentioned earlier, sometimes builders buy lots from other builders that have bought bigger sections. They bought some of the space at Parkview at the Hills from Beazer, and they now have their models open, and the Palmer is the home tour that we have posted right now, and it's flipping gorgeous, right? And so we happened to be there when Sherrod, the sales manager, was there, and we were talking to him about some things that we could do together, working on things, and so I'm happy to tell you, we did Coffee Time Live at Home State Brewing Co. A month or two ago, and we're going to do at Parkview at the Hills sometime in October, a date to be determined, but we are going to be at the Palmer. Parker is the similar model. The Palmer at Parkview at the Hills in October, probably end of October, maybe week before Halloween. So you're invited to come if you live here locally. You're invited to come for another live coffee time. That'll be coming up at the end of October. So and then I've got some other things. We got some other things cooking that I'm pretty excited about. So also make sure you follow Amy on TikTok, on Instagram, on all of the things: Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, kind of the things that we do. YouTube Shorts, we post some things there. Allie is our social media manager. She does a great job of doing that stuff. So, Bart has a question that is, as I was mentioning, is very important to Bart. So, any idea when Hancock to Schofield will be finished? Well, here's the thing, Bart. I didn't think it was going to be finished for a long time. But then when we drove, so now that Schofield is finished, they are actively working on that Hancock connector. So, and it's actually not, you're not that far from where Schofield and Hancock intersect. So, I mean, it looks to me like it's a mile or two or less back there. And if they go on the time frame that Schofield went on, Schofield is much longer, and they did that in about a year. So I would think within a few months, and I don't have any inside information on it, but they're actively working on it. So I think it's going to be really soon that you're going to be able to come out. So you're going to come out your door, take a left, take another left, take a right, in that back entrance to Hartwood Landing, and you'll be able to take a right onto Hancock Road, and you'll be at Disney. I mean, it's going to be fast. And as they add more connectors there, it's going to be faster and faster and faster. So that's really exciting for you in your beautiful home. And I'm excited for you. So let me just check in real quick on comments in general. I appreciate all the Clovis love. Kim, I can't watch home tours anymore because it makes Kim, don't second guess yourself. First of all, I keep promising you every week that I'm going to get out there and get pictures of your lot, and we'll know when they're breaking ground. The builder, when they sent us your thing, they sent us the same address for two of our clients that are building right there. So every time I've gone out there, I've had the wrong address, and the house that is listed for you is almost finished. So I'm like, what's going on there? So I have the correct address, and I will be out there this week and send you some pictures. Do not second guess yourself for 1 second. So Kim is going to be over in Serenade Lakes. Can't beat it. And talk about, connectors. You're going to have your connector right there. You're going to be right on it to get to everything that is Horizon West. As soon as Avalon Road gets widened, they will finish the connector. Right now, you can walk the connector and be at Encore Ovation in like 3 minutes from your house. Just walk, 3 minutes from your house, but 3 minutes from the connector, just walking. But they're not going to finish that. They're not going to finish the connection until they finish Avalon Road. If that makes sense. So, Allie has put the Palmer video up, so you have that. Again, you need it in the chat. You can hit that link, or go to heartandhomeorlando.com on YouTube, and you can watch that Palmer. It's amazing. Just checking through, seeing if I missed anything. We got puppies. Puppies, jingles, and Clovis. I think if that's my legacy, that's good. And speaking of legacy, we'll go back to one thing I said before. I forgot when Forrest was. He said, "This is my life's legacy." It was Chicken Wars. He did bark, 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 bark. And so the thing I texted him, I said, I need the Imperial March from Star Wars as chickens. And he delivered. So watch that Chicken Wars thing. We have Barbecue Wars coming up, which we'll be doing soon. So that said, it is 9:48. That's plenty enough of me for the day, I think. So I think I'm going to get out of here. Unless you have any other questions, I will be back next week. Knock on wood, knock on whatever. With hopefully we're going to do a little game show action, which is one of the things I'm kind of testing out to see if we can go and get you some more content that's a little more interactive and fun. And that'll be something we add to the mix. But I'm going to try some of it out on Monday. So bring your trivia brain, bring your game show brain, and we will be there. Dizdeb, thank you, Chicken Wars. Chicken Wars, it's one of my favorite videos of all time, and it was just goofy and dumb. So Barbecue Wars promises to also be goofy and dumb. Goofy and dumb is kind of my brand. So if you like Goofy and Dumb, hope you'll stay tuned to the streams. Amy will be back soon, I promise. We have another home tour, the Kensington Flex, coming up this week. And then the Sunday Drive this coming week is going to be probably solo, maybe with some commentary from Amy, but I'm going to go through the drive-through at McDonald's. It's, in my opinion, one of the worst drive-thrus in America. And we're going to do a deep dive on how they could fix it. So anyway, have a great day, everybody. As always, hold on. I get to do that. I get to use Amy's catchphrase. Stay safe, stay well. Remember, we love you. And happy house hunting, she always says as well. Have a great day, everybody. Thanks for joining me. See you soon.